Good morning and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Wednesday, March 30th. And you can see temperatures out there this morning in the low to mid 30s across the area. We've got a fantastic day today for the most part. We'll start out with plenty of sunshine in areas, and we'll see increasing cloudiness by late in the day. It'll be breezy, but with those breezy southwest winds, we'll have our temperatures climb well into the 60s across much of the area, and maybe even in the upper 60s, close to 70 degrees once you get into the southern part of the state. So again, it'll be a nice day today. It'll be very spring-like out, but we'll have showers and thunderstorms move into the area tonight, and they could be on the strong side tomorrow as a cold front comes through, and that's going to bring a change to our weather that could lead to temperatures running about 15 degrees below normal over the weekend into next week. And we even have a couple of chances for accumulating snow. Looks like late weekend, early next week, and then again by late in the week. So we may not be done with our snow for the season just yet. But we do see a very warm pattern developing once we get around the 10th of April, 15th of April. We should be quite warm as it looks right now. But until then, we're going to ride a roller coaster. And again, we may not be done with accumulating snowfall just yet. If you take a look around the Great Lakes, you can see mainly 30s across the state with 40s off to the west and south as that warm air begins to surge into the Great Lakes. If we look at the webcam view this morning from Northern Michigan University, you can see not much in the way of snowfall on the ground there. A pretty quiet start to the day, but I think they'll have showers and thunderstorms move in today earlier than us as that activity comes in from the southwest, moves to the northeast, and it'll arrive in their area before it will here across much of southern lower Michigan. Speaking of which, a webcam view this morning from the Blissfield Probe shack there, and you can see things are rather quiet this morning, but they will pick up as we get into the nighttime hours, and we'll have our MAC lightning detection network on here later this afternoon. If you take a look at the radar, you can see that activity now across Wisconsin moving to the northeast. Again, it'll get into the UP first and then northern lower Michigan, and it'll work its way to the southeast as we go through the late in the day into the nighttime hours. As far as our normals, the normal high today is 48, the normal low is 29. And if we go to the next shot, you can see the normal last spring freezes across the lower peninsula, late April to early May across the southern part of the state, and then eventually working its way towards the mid and into part of May as you get up north. If we take a look at the weather map this morning, here's our low pressure system across Nebraska moving out of Colorado, and it's going to make a V-line right towards southwest Wisconsin into north central lower Michigan here over the next 36 hours, and with high pressure off to our east, we'll have that warm flow of air moving around that high, feeding into the storm, bringing moisture from the Gulf, and along with warmer temperatures. Again, at least into the 60s today and tomorrow. If we get any kind of breaks at all tomorrow, I think we could have high temperatures in places sneak up possibly into the low 70s. But again, certainly 60s are very likely for tomorrow. And as that front moves through the area, we'll have to watch for the chance perhaps of some stronger, maybe even severe thunderstorms. The Severe Storms Prediction Center has the marginal outlook coming up into southwest lower Michigan. And you can see by Friday that front well off to the east, cooler temperatures moving into the state with a mix as a weak clipper system drops into the Great Lakes, bringing that colder air, reinforcing it over the weekend. And then as we get into late weekend, early next week, we may look at a more significant clipper type system that could bring accumulating snows to parts of the state. If we look at the next map here, you can see the WPC 72-hour rainfall forecast. You can see very heavy rains down in the Gulf states, but that moisture feeding up into that low pressure system will bring moderate to heavy rainfall across all the Great Lakes. Again, with some areas picking up between 1 to 2 inches here from the MAC area off to the north, and over the next 7 days, you can see plentiful precipitation across the Great Lakes, and some of this, again, may be in the form of snowfall. If you take a look at the Severe Storm Center's Day 1 outlook, you can see just general thunderstorms across Michigan with the severe storms all the way up to enhanced down as you get into the Arklatex, where again they could see quite a severe weather outbreak today, and that'll shift to the east tomorrow. And you can see that sneaks up as far as marginal chances for severe storms up to about I-94 corridor in southern lower Michigan with general thunderstorms again for most of the lower peninsula. Again, the best chance for storms tomorrow will be enhanced across the deep south. And as far as snowfall over the next 10 days, a Canadian would put a whole lot of snow across mid-Michigan. But again, we'll have to watch this as it has a lot of support from the GFS and from the European model, which brings 4 to 6 inch type snows all the way down to southern lower Michigan as well. with about 6 to 10 inches of snow across mid-Michigan. Again, not that this is going to happen, but if nothing else that you take out of this, is certainly cold temperatures are in the forecast over the next 10 days. And then I think we begin a very significant warm-up once we round out the month. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day, and 73s to all.